Hello and welcome to the GTLA Lakers 818 podcast. It's Thursday, March 22nd.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, last time we chatted was after that Denver game. Remember we watched it at your place?
Yeah.
Which was March 9th in a game we lost. Since then, the Lakers have gone 2-4 with wins against Cleveland and Denver, and now a 4-game losing streak.
Ouch.
With losses to Golden State, Miami, Indiana. That's terrible. And now we just watched this Pelicans game. We gotta talk about this game.
I'm so pissed, man.
Where do you want to start? Go.
Dude, KCP was on fire, though. But, man, it was just a bad loss. Lakers played well. We dropped, 45 or something in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But the Pelicans had 40. The defense was just... Dude, the Pelicans were just getting layups left and right. Just, whatever they want. They were just strolling to the basket, getting easy layups. We just couldn't clamp down on it, the whole game. It was just happening from, the beginning of the game all the way till the end.
Yeah, let's start with KCP then. Dude, he was on fire. 8 for 11 from threes, 28 points, 4 rebounds.
What?
This guy, and we've talked about this a lot off the record, but he's got to be one of the best role players the Lakers have had in
for sure
20 years or more.
Seriously, as long as I can remember. I don't know anyone that's so he's so good on defense and he's just taking good shots. Dude, this guy could not miss. But one thing I was noticing, even the games that he's had a bad shooting night, he always comes back and he performs well the next game.
Yeah.
I don't recall him ever being on a big slump per se, but yeah, no, he's super consistent. He just looked good. I feel safe when he's in the game, really.
And he's really good at rebounding. Lately he's had a bunch of games having 7, 8, 9 rebounds. I have his stats here for the month of March, which was, I'm still not including the Pelicans games tonight, but this is for 10 games in March so far. Pope is averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2.5 threes, 1.5 steals, shooting 45% from the field. That's solid. That's some solid production.
Solid,
the last role player the Lakers had that compares to what he's bringing to me is Glenn Rice off the top of my head,
yeah.
Which sounds crazy because that was all the way in 2000.
Yeah.
That's 18 years ago we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, and role players like Ori, Fisher, and Fox. Those guys were good, but they weren't I don't know. It's a little high. Those are more
funny is that KCP is starting right now. I think he would be perfect, even just coming off the bench.
Oh yeah.
You can exchange him for anyone really at any time. He's just he's interchangeable. He come off the bench, he could start too. I don't know. His defense is just what's really good, but the three is the icing on the cake.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, he's only on this 1-year contract, so it'll be interesting to see what happens this summer. You don't hear any talks about him staying with the Lakers. It seems like there's just not gonna be enough money or something, as everyone assumes, so no one talks about it. But I don't know. We'll see.
He's getting paid $20 million this year.
Yeah, 18 million.
18 million. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So yeah, let's get back to the game. He started 5 for 5 from 3.
It's splash. All of them were just wet.
Yeah, and then like you said, this was a really high scoring game. The Lakers hit 100 points with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third, and the score was 101-93 at that point.
Halftime, I thought it was the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, and I remember you said that.
I'm dead serious. I was I thought it was the end of 3.
But it's interesting because I remember the last time we played the Pelicans, it was also in the 130s, and I mean Pelicans had 140 when we played them a month ago. So it didn't get that high today, but and the Lakers were hot this game in total, Pope and Kuzma. The Lakers had 17 threes compared to the Pelicans 6 threes.
Yeah, Pope, Kuzma, Randall, they're all just playing well on fire. But dude, obviously the elephant in the room, dude, Lonzo. Come on, every single shot he shot that I really, in my mind, I was jumping on my seat. I was okay, this is the one that's fallen. This is the one that's fallen. They look good. But man, I think his final number was 1 for 12 from 3.
Yeah.
And 2 for, I don't know, 2 for 15 or something like that.
That's terrible.
But yeah, he's definitely got to work on that. Hey, at least he has the confidence to shoot it. Like it's so funny how like people just like because of this, like okay, he's had a stretch now of like a few bad shooting games now, but people totally forgot like what he for the other stretch of him like playing really well and shooting like I don't know like 40+ % from the three. So I think it's just a learning process for him. But yeah, man, he's a rookie. Like how can you blame him? Like. He's gonna go through the ups and downs. He's obviously his personal life is crazier than anything else.
Yeah.
But it's just like it kind of resembles the time when Kobe like shot those like 4 air balls. Remember in Utah against the playoffs? Obviously, this is not the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
that was just one game.
Yeah, that was just one game. But it's just like I really think it resembles that. Really, I think this is something like. Lonzo, he'll be fine. Like I'm not worried about it really.
Well, it was interesting. We were just watching the post game after the game, and James Worthy was hinting that like Lonzo's not putting in enough time or something. It seems like he didn't want to come out and say it. So what do you think about that? I mean, that's a huge part of becoming and reaching your potential. Like, and if you don't have, do you think it's just for the first year he did it? He didn't know what to expect, or he just thought it was gonna be easier than it was, or I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure a little bit of both. Like, yeah, no, but he's definitely not worked on his shot. I mean, you can just tell. Like, he's got so much. Like, dude, he just put out a rap album. Like, come on, like his brother's playing overseas. Like all this stuff. He's got the show going. Like, obviously he's not in it per se, but like he's part of it. Like. That definitely plays a role, but yeah, no, he definitely has to put in the work. Like he's got to be consistent about it. Like, like you seen the food this guy's been eating on social media, like bowl of cheese. Like, come on, like I don't know if that's a joke or is that real or what, but
it's real.
Yeah, like. Yeah,
well, let me ask you this, not to get too philosophical, but like, do people change? Like, I mean, why isn't he doing that now? Like, he's a rookie. If any time you're ever going to be hungriest, it's right now. Like, and
dude, he's like 20.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's probably just not mature enough, dude. I really think so. Like,
yeah.
I think he's just not there, like maturity-wise. But I mean, who am I to say? I don't know. I've never met the guy, but I don't know. He's a kid. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but like, there's some like if you were to say, okay, let's talk about Kyrie when he was 19 coming to NBA. Like, dude, that fool was mad serious. Like he wasn't like, and he was killing it, and like that's who he is. Like, like he was super hungry. Like he's the youngest, so why wouldn't he do that now?
That's a great point. I don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't know. That's true. Like
he has got to change his habits quick. Like habits are hard to break, and like if he's gonna eat unhealthy and also not put in the work, like not work out, then like
you gotta put the work in. Like
his momentum's gonna keep going, and what he's doing, like he's not working out. He's got to stop himself, like now, like this summer or something.
Well, I think if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be Magic. I'm sure Magic sees it all. Like,
yeah, he's just
letting it be. Like, it's
he knows this season.
It's a long season. Like, I think he's just. I'm sure I'm more than positive Lonzo's gonna be a much better player next season. Like, I mean, next season. We still have to finish this season, but he next season overall he's gonna be a lot more solid, more consistent player. I definitely see that.
Yeah, no, I definitely too. Like, I'm super high now. I'm just trying to get into the psyche of the player, like, see what's up. But all right, let's finish off this Pels game. So dude, we were up 125-121 with like how long? 2 minutes left, and
2.5 minutes.
Rajon Rondo made a 3-pointer. Oh, come on, man.
Rondo, this guy was scoring all over us the whole game.
How many did he had over 20? Didn't he?
I think he had like 22 or 24.
Dude,
something
he averages
like
that. Like 11 points a game. Like
man. But yeah, no, he killed us. He from the beginning of the game, he was just super aggressive. He was just attacking. Like, he was definitely a difference maker. But like their whole team was just strolling in the lane, getting layups. Like Drew Holiday had 26. Like, I think he shot like 12 for 16 or something from the field, which is crazy. I mean, Drew Holiday, like as a guard, but no, I mean, they give credit to them. They played a good game, but yeah, Lakers. It's just upsetting.
The Pelicans went on a 7-0 run to win the game. It was 125-121.
11,
the game finished
going into the fourth,
128-125. Like, so we didn't. they went on a 7-0 run to end the game. Like that's the worst way to lose.
Like
Lonzo
3 wide open threes.
They were wide open.
They need at least one of them to drop. Like one, just even one would have made a difference.
The guy could not hit water if he fell out of a boat.
Like seriously, if he just hit one more, it would have made a difference. Like I really thought one of them was gonna drop. I was like, this is it, and then what can you do? You gotta live with the good, you gotta live with the bad. But
yeah. All right, so Pelicans won. Let's move on. Let's talk about another topic. Let's see. What should we start with? Let's talk about.
What about this Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
So what is it exactly? He said that he's willing to come off the bench now. Like
the news is that he says he wants to re-sign with the Lakers long term this summer and is open to coming off the bench. Now that's the report. I don't know. This is one I'm not 100% believing that for some reason. I'm just not. Like it might be true. It might not be. But
what's funny is that him and his agent were saying right when he came to the Lakers, like, I'm a starter. Like, there's no way on earth I'm coming off the bench. Like, that's what their position was. And, like, I think he was still saying that, like, I want to prove that I'm a starter or something like that. I should be starting. And now he's just all of a sudden like, okay, like, I'm willing to come off the bench. Like, obviously that means he's going to have to take a pay cut. Like, I don't know. Does he want, like, people are saying like a 1-year max or something like that. I've heard a rumor. I don't know. Maybe I just read something off the top of my head, but I don't know. Like Isaiah Thomas, like I'm fine with him coming off the bench. I was just like, if he wants to, but the thing is, like, if he's here, LeBron isn't coming for sure. Like,
and isn't that a huge problem? Like,
yeah, I know. Seriously, like, yeah. I know.
What?
But then, like, what if Lakers give him up, and then LeBron still doesn't come? Like, I don't know. What like? I mean, I would be fine if Isaiah's coming off the bench. To be honest with you, like, I just don't want him starting. I don't want him finishing the games. Like, let him start. Let him play in the fourth quarter if he wants, from like the 11-minute mark to the 8-minute mark, and that's it. But like defensively, he's like a total liability defensively. Like, you can't win with him. So if he wants to come off the bench, that's fine. But
that sentence, you can't win with him. Then why would you want him on the team if that's a sentence you can say about the guy?
I mean, offensively, like, sometimes he can definitely give you a punch. Like, sometimes. I don't know, it can possibly outweigh like his negative on the defense, but he's definitely not shown the consistency as he showed, like how he did in Boston. So yeah, I mean, again, limited minutes, come off the bench, like, if anything. But yeah, I know. You're right. Do we really want him? Like, that's true.
So let's look at this. In March, the 10 games in March so far, Isaiah is averaging 17 points and 6 assists, shooting 37% from the field.
That won't get it done.
Personally, I do not want to see Isaiah Thomas on the Lakers ever again after this season. That's how I feel. And the reason is, it's not so much about him. It's more so that every single dollar that the Lakers will be giving to him, whether it's on a bargain, like, I don't know, it's $5 to $7 million or something kind of bargain, or it's more like in $10 million. To me, every single of those dollars could be better spent on someone else. Like, that's my reason I wouldn't want him. Like, why would I? There's so many better players that we can get for whatever contract we'd have to give him. So, like, I'm staunch on the defense. I don't want someone who's can't play a lick of defense.
That's true. I would rather pick him. I would rather pick KCP over him for sure.
Oh, dude,
you were telling me earlier that.
If you were just telling me that KCP and Isaiah,
I would pick KCP in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Dude, like, not even a question.
Dude, Josh Hart is coming back. Like, Josh Hart is out.
Yeah, I'd rather have dude.
Josh Hart, KCP. Like,
would you rather take Josh Hart or Isaiah right now? Like,
Josh Hart.
All right, just right there to answer the question. We're paying Josh Hart like less than $1 million a year. Why? We already have that piece there.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm telling you, man. Lakers need to. That money should be going elsewhere. I honestly, in my opinion, I think Magic Johnson in his head is also telling himself there's 0% chance I will re-sign him. That's what I think. That's how I think he thinks.
Yeah.
He knows what. We're going after stars. Like, we don't have time for this baby stuff.
Babies, dude, this guy's so tiny. This fool literally looks like a baby.
What?
Oh my God. You literally put little like stockings, like little stockings. This is IT with this headband. Looks like a baby. He's so small, dude. Man, but I mean, dude, 5 turnovers in the first half. This dude today, 5 turnovers in the first half.
Dude.
Like Isaiah, and then he gets a technical foul. Like you did not have IT. The only people that I think that are okay to get a technical foul on the Lakers is Randall right now and Ingram. Maybe even Kuzma. I don't know. Like they're the only guys performing consistently that should be getting it. IT. This is, you cannot be giving that up for the team. Like a free throw. Like seriously. Like you're not like averaging 30 a game to be doing that. Like this is not you on Boston. So you cannot be getting stupid technical fouls. Like think about it. That point. Like hurt us. You know, it would have been a different game if we didn't get that technical. So, and
he's had like 3 technicals since he's been on the Lakers, and only like 10, 15 games. I can remember at least 3 already. And one of them I remember was in a big moment. It was like a close game, and it messed up. I don't remember which one it was, but hey, we're gonna talk about a lot about IT today. Remember that we saw him get heated with Randall in the Golden State game?
Yeah,
the end of the Miami game. The fact that when he came in, which I'll talk about because I was at that game. We'll get into it. Let's move on to a game. Let's talk about one of the games from this week. The first one after the Nugget last podcast was against LeBron James, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Did you see? You watched
LeBronzo, right? Yeah.
This was the Nance Clarkson return game.
Yeah, it was. It was a good game. The Lakers played well. LeBron though, dude. Obviously, everyone knows that highlight. He did that no look and he threw it to, I don't know who it was for the dunk. That was nice.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That was really nice. Like, that'll go down as one of his really good ones. But, hey, Lakers played a good game. Lonzo played well, dude. Randall, IT was out there to prove a point. His fool scored like 3 buckets in a row. I remember he was like taunting the bench a little bit. Like
even Kuzma said Isaiah was barking at the Cavs bench the whole game.
Yeah, no. So I'm glad Lakers won that game. Like it's good to get that under their belt. Like they dethroned the king for at least for one night. So.
Yeah, I remember this game. It seemed like pretty easy for us. Wait, I remember LeBron subbed out with 6 minutes left in the fourth. Like the game was decided. Like he pretty much killed the Cavs.
Yeah.
Final score is 127-113. I thought this was maybe Randall's best game of his career, possibly. Like he was so honestly, yeah.
What?
He had his career high. He had 36 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks, 14 of 18 from the field, and 8 of 10 free throws. Like that's a monster game.
What?
And he was
crazy.
He had 7 dimes. He was setting teammates. There was like a point in the first or second quarter. I told myself, I was like, wow, like Randall is like hitting people with dimes right now, like right on the money, wide open. Every shot went in. Like he was completely in
he set the tone for that
Nexus
game.
mode for the Lakers. He was just like Neo for like.
Dude, how well has Randall been playing?
Dude, he's been
crazy.
Beasting, like
it's amazing, like how the improvement in literally in a year, or even since we remember like this dude was a rookie. Like this guy is literally he's taking strides for sure. I gotta say, I have to give it up to him, dude. Like at this point right now, as of this moment right now, he is playing amazing basketball. Like he looks so under control. Like it looks so under control. It's not even funny. He's finishing around the basket. Like he's playing smart, dude. He's so strong. Like the dudes are like trying. I don't know if they're flopping or if he's just really knocking dudes over.
Bully ball,
dude. That he's just so strong. Like he literally score on anyone. Like, man. Like it's crazy how good he is right now.
Yeah, in the month of March right now, he's averaging 23 and 10, 3 assists, 60% from the field, 75% from the free throw line, that's good for him.
Money.
That's good. That's big for him.
I'll take that.
He's making the Lakers summer very interesting with the way he's playing.
Definitely.
He is.
I don't even mind keeping him, dude, anytime one more. Like,
I mean, because I've seen some memes on Instagram. Hey, by the way, follow the page at
GTLA Lakers 818
at GTLA Lakers 818 Instagram. Laker memes, Laker highlights, great content. I posted this meme
exclusive
showing the stats of Randall versus Paul George like in the year 2018, and dude, Randall's numbers are like way better.
Dude, Randall.
I mean, not that means necessarily means everything, but
not even his numbers, dude. Just the way he's been playing, though.
And the Lakers have mostly been winning. That's the main thing for me. I don't care. I don't care about stats. Like, I care about if the stats.
Getting W's.
Yeah, you're getting W's with stats because you can name. dude, I could say just pick any team that's in last place, and there's gonna be someone on that team averaging 19 points a game, and like that doesn't mean it's like you have to do it and win. Like, and the main thing for me that Randall's not just getting the numbers, but since January, since in 2018 the Lakers have been winning. Like they've been winning, way more than they've been losing, and which has been great. And
yeah, man, no, I'm excited. I really am. So, but yeah, you're right. It's definitely gonna be tough, dude. This summer, like, are you gonna be giving him the money? Like, he's gonna be commanding that. Like, the way he's playing right now, he's playing for that money. Like,
oh yeah, he
knows it too.
He definitely could be a max. He could be a max contract guy for sure. Like, some team would give him a max, I'm sure.
All right, well, if you're the Lakers, if you're Magic, what are you doing with Randall? Are you giving him a 1 year? You giving him a 2 year max? Not even a max. How about like just dude, the numbers of the max right now are so crazy high. You still give him let's say you give him 2 years, 40 mil, 2 years, 50 mil.
I mean, it all depends on what else is happening. Like, what's going on with Paul George and LeBron, and what's going on, or Kawhi, anything. I mean, anything else. Like, you have to know the whole picture to answer that.
Right?
For sure. Like,
okay, so who would you give up if you knew? Okay, would you take Paul George over Randall?
Ah, man.
If you had to pick one, would you? If you have to give the money right now,
I can't believe this is actually even a question today. Like, if you asked us 3 months ago, I think
think about it. It's a question now. Like, really, to me, it's a question because
we're just playing with Russell Westbrook this year. That guy that's true. Gonna make anyone look just worse than. God, I mean, Randall's a lot younger. I mean, age to me is always a big factor. Like, I wonder Paul George is probably 28 or something. I'm guessing.
You're losing. Think about it. You're getting a great score, but you're losing that bully ball inside if you're the Lakers. You know what I mean? That inside scoring. I mean, you have think about it. You have Kuzma, you have Ingram at the wing.
That's true. You're right. Okay.
Think about it. Do you think I might even take Ingram? I'm taking Ingram over Paul George.
What do you think?
I wouldn't mind that. You know?
Yeah. Ingram. Oh yeah. No, yeah, that's true. The Lakers having getting Kuzma again was the real.
Yeah. That's what game changer.
Really turned the Lakers franchise around. I feel like it's this Kuzma draft pick. Like, now having two players, because Kuzma is another Paul George, just like Ingram is another Paul George, just like Paul George is another Kuzma. Like, these are the new prototype 6'8" to 6'10" long players that can shoot, dribble, pass. 6'9" people that can do point guard things, basically. And yeah, the fact that the Lakers have two, it really makes a Paul George expendable, especially if LeBron is coming. I mean, if LeBron's coming, okay, I'll take Randall for sure. Yeah, I mean, or even in general, I'm leaning towards Randall. Yeah, just because we have two Paul George type players already. Like, it's just and we don't have. I mean, I don't expect Brook Lopez to be the center, the big man of our future. So the fact that we don't have a big man and we have two other wings, logically, I have to go with Randall. But
dude, think about that potential. That lineup would be so sick. Like, if everyone's just clicking on all cylinders, dude. I'm telling you,
if he can just get that jumper.
There's so many ifs. There's so many not
even a three
factors. But that would be the dream lineup for sure. I don't know. It's exciting.
Dude, imagine this lineup.
But then I love Paul George too.
Yeah, but imagine this lineup, just hypothetically for a second. Lonzo at the 1, Ingram at the 2, Kuzma at the 3, LeBron at the 4, Randall at the 5.
Beast mode. I think it's over. I really think that's if these players are all playing to their potential and I wouldn't even have to say prime, but you know that team would gel just amazing. It would probably just be the best basketball I ever watched. I would say just from the sound of it. Right now, the Warriors look like the best basketball, to watch, just because they have shooters all over the place. But yeah, man, I wish we could just fast forward time and just see what really happens. That would be amazing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna re-listen back to the Cavs game. So with Lakers up 16 points in the fourth quarter, during a timeout, Magic Johnson went and spoke with Rich Paul, LeBron's agent, and Maverick Carter, his manager, at their courtside seats. That was pretty interesting. Yeah. That was cool. I mean, well, they're also KCP's representatives, so he's allowed to go do that under the guise of, hey, we're talking about KCP when really we're talking about LeBron.
Exactly.
Which is cool. Larry Nance had 16 and 8. He couldn't match Randall's 36 and 14. But solid number, 16 and 8. Dude, Jordan Clarkson 1 for 8, 4 points.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't really notice that, or even know.
He
the
didn't
fact that I
have a
didn't
good
notice
game.
him.
He didn't have a good game.
Yeah, I'm sure he wanted to, but yeah, I don't know. That's it's got to be tough, I guess. But dude, let's just move on this game. We killed the Cavs. Let's talk about the game we went to. We went to the Nuggets game.
The Nuggets. Dude, that atmosphere, I'm telling you, bro, I haven't seen that atmosphere in like at least 4 or 5 years. So like at a Laker game, dude, the moment this dude Jamal Murray got the ball, the Staples just exploded with boos. Like, that was loud.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the crowd was buzzing. But, dude, you could tell this guy in the first quarter was feeding off of that. This dude was draining, like, I think he hit, like, 2 threes in a row. And this dude just quieted whole Staples. And he's like, let's go. Like, he was just feeding off of that. It was, he's a good player, don't get me wrong. But Lakers got the better of him.
Yeah.
Thank God.
At the end of the game. At the end of the game, there was Murray sucks chance. Like, you're right, dude. It felt like... Being there felt like it was in the new era of Laker fandom.
It almost felt like playoff atmosphere.
Yeah,
like, really.
I mean, we go to at least 2 games a year for the last, I don't know, decade. It feels like, or at least.
Like that,
and it hasn't over the last 4 years. Being there at Staples, it didn't. Because this is, by the way, Laker fans, this is our first regular season game of the season, which kind of surprising, kind of weird. We went to a preseason game. Yeah. We saw Utah Lakers first preseason game. Where I called, by the way, I called before Donovan Mitchell's first NBA preseason game. Didn't I say Donovan Mitchell's going to be...
telling me. I told you this was going to be good. Hey, the rookie, Donovan Mitchell. I was like, who's that? I was like, who's Donovan Mitchell? This is like before the season even started. I was like... And then this dude, that game we went to, this guy comes out, he's the best player on the court, for sure. And it was from first quarter to the fourth quarter, like he was just scoring. And this is preseason. This is full.
That was his first preseason game. Yeah, that was his first preseason game. Yeah, he had never played on the NBA court.
Since then, dude, like this guy, you called it, man.
Yeah, dude, I saw him in summer league. I was just like, dude, this guy looks like he's gonna be so good, and I just knew it. I just had this feeling about him. That's another guy. He's gonna be one of my guys, but they always blow up. Giannis, Jokic, I love these guys. Anyways,
but that Nuggets game though, Lakers played well. That game again, like Lonzo's bad shooting night, but he had a big 3. I think it was in the third or fourth quarter. It was like a momentum buster. Lakers came back down, dude. Lakers were down like 10, 11 that game.
I remember we were up 10 in the first half, and then we were down 10 in like the third quarter, and then we won. We won by 10.
Yeah. That was a good game. The atmosphere was crazy, though.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah, Laker fans, if you don't remember, this was the beef with Jamal Murray was because in the first regular season game, he like dribbled around Lonzo, and then like Ingram and Randall went and like bullied him up and fouled him, which was great. And then we played the last podcast, we were talking about that game. Remember Luke like was cussing at Jamal Murray at the end of the game, saying Jamal Murray was being disrespectful or something. So there was a lot of heat.
If you were lip reading Luke, he's like, he even said your mom one time. He said your mom, and he said threw a couple F-bombs for sure. Luke definitely threw that out. Definitely some bad blood between them two. Like, and dude, that play at the end of the game where like Randall and KCP just like double teamed, they just ripped the ball from him and like knocked him to the floor, like literally just totally manhandled this dude and just took it, and then Randall like threw it down for a sledgehammer dunk. It was nice.
Yeah, Brook Lopez had 29 points and 5 rebounds.
Rolo.
Randall 18, Pope 17 and 9 rebounds. Lonzo,
that's nice.
15 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, 1 for 8 from 3.
Yeah,
but I mean, he's been cold. He's been cold since the last podcast.
Real cold. Like, what is he shooting?
Can we talk about Brook Lopez though, please? Like, I'm so confused. Okay, I'm gonna rewind the tape.
Who that?
Tell me how this. I just don't understand.
What do you think?
How is he playing so well all of a sudden? Like, why is this happening right now? Like, when this guy had been averaging 20 points a game for the last 5 years. Like,
not quite sure how to answer that.
I'm just baffled, man. I'm baffled. Like, how?
I think Stu Lance said it best. Like, dude, I think first half of the season, like 65% of his shots were 3-pointers. Like, he was just shooting way too much for a three for, like, the size that he has. Like, this dude is big. This dude looks like the biggest dude on the court more than, like, all the time. He's slow as dude, like, this dinosaur, like, the
slow
footsteps.
motion.
Slow motion is like twinkle toes or something like that, like twirling around.
The weed.
But this guy, he can finish around the basket. Like, he can shoot that 10-foot, 15-foot jumper, like that slow hook shot. Like, as weird as it looks, it goes in. He takes like these big slow steps to the bucket, and he ends up getting like these like lean-in layups.
Yeah.
Like, as weird as it sounds, like these 1-foot weird runners, and he makes it off the left hand too. Like he had an and one today. Like, they didn't call it, but anyway, it should have been an and one. But yeah, I know. Like, now this guy's shooting 2-pointers. Like, now he's scoring. Like, it's the weirdest thing.
But he's being effective, right? And like, but why wasn't that? I mean, how did 4 months go by this season and that wasn't happening?
I don't know. Like,
how is it
I
happening?
wonder
in the
who's
fifth month
standing
of the
there, like,
season?
watching them play, like, the whole time.
Just-
Is there a coach? Like,
No, 'cause-
I don't know. I mean, like, shouldn't you notice that? Like, figure that out from, like, maybe day one? Like,
Look,
you know, we want you shooting threes outside.
If
Like,
listen, I want to
but even though you're so much more effective scoring on the 2-pointers, we don't want you to do that.
Look,
Like,
okay.
that's Luke Walton. That's Luke Walton. You got to be able to find that. You got to see that. Like, come on. Like, this how, like, before the season starts, you don't test it out like in your team. Like, you know, like how you test out a million different lineups. You test out, hey, Brook Lopez, today I want you to shoot like 10, like, you know, 2-point field goals, like shoot 1 3. Like, you don't test that out and see what's more effective. Like, you're the coach of the team. Anyways, but I don't know. Luke Walton, you can't touch him. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, like, he's a good coach. Like, I'm sure Lakers are going to keep him. But anyways,
I still want to go in more on this issue because something about it bugs me, and I'm gonna say what it is. But
what are
first,
you
I have some
talking about,
interesting
man?
stats for you about Brook Lopez. In this month, the month of March right now, he's averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 threes a game.
What?
5 rebounds?
Yeah, almost 3 blocks, shooting 57% from the field. And this is not even including his game tonight, in which he had 23 points on 9 of 12, 6 rebounds. And
got
so,
6 boards.
and then listen to this. What you were talking about him shooting threes all the first 4 months of the season. Last year on the Nets, this blew my mind. Actually, Bill McDonald said this on the air. Last year, Brook Lopez was 3rd in the league in points in the paint.
Wow.
On
Really?
Brooklyn, yeah.
Holy crap. Are you serious?
Averaging 20 a game on Brooklyn. I
Wow.
mean, yeah. And okay, now let me get to Laker fans. What it pisses me off about this. It's mostly because I've turned out incorrect. If you remember on the first podcast, we predicted who we thought was going to lead the team in points per game. I said Brook Lopez, and it's pissing me off that now exactly what should have been doing this whole season is happening now, because I just always thought like he should be the stabilizer. If this man has already been averaging 20 points a game for the last 4 years, it should be easiest for him to like be consistent on a nightly basis.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
As opposed to Ingram and Lonzo and Kuzma. Like, these guys are young and rookies. Like, I always thought he should have been like, I swear, at the beginning of the season,
like-
I swear I said on the
Yeah.
first podcast, he's going to lead the team in scoring. I think I said like, I think he's going to average like 17, 16 a game and lead the team in scoring. And in this month of March, he's 2nd behind Randall. But I mean, no one saw Randall coming in like this hot. But I think if Brolo was a stabilizer, like how good he's been the last 10 games, hasn't he been getting like 20 every single game, and at least
He's
5.
been efficient.
Like he's averaging 19.
He's been efficient.
57% from the field in the last 10 games.
Like, all of his shots are coming like 10 feet and under.
Yeah, like that's where I mean,
It's just so even with Randall too, like
Randall.
Randall's different though.
his
but,
shot
like,
chart is always hilarious.
it's like right underneath the basket. Like, literally, like they don't have enough
Stay in your lane.
space for it. Like, there's just like circles over circles. But anyways, yeah, dude, Brook Lopez, I'm telling you, like, he at least once a game he hits a 17-foot bank shot. He always makes that
He
shot.
travels at least once a game. It's not called,
Yeah, like this big slow step. This is the funniest thing on earth. But yeah,
but he gets
man.
called for it sometimes. Just
Hopefully,
depends
like,
on who the ref is.
hopefully, I don't know if he's gonna be on the team next season or not, but yeah, he's gotta just do what he's doing, like just
Yeah.
score, shoot twos, like
Yeah,
be around the paint, be around the basket, like that's his spot. Like let the other guys, shoot those threes. If you're open once in a while randomly, like okay, no one's around you, like in semi transition, fine, shoot that 3, but don't look for the 3. Like Lakers shouldn't be running a set play in the half court for Brook to shoot a three. Like, that just should not be happening at all. Like, everything for him should be coming in the paint, in the post, I think. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's move on to another game. Let's talk about the next game, which was the Warriors game. In this game, Kuzma didn't play. Ingram didn't play. Well, Ingram hasn't played in any of these games for this whole stretch of games we're talking about for this podcast, which we'll talk.
That's a long time.
Let's just talk. I actually didn't write anything about Ingram, so I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't really seen any news about Ingram. Just that he's. I don't know. It seems like
he had a full contact practice. Like, I think this was yesterday, or
21st then.
Yeah, and he was sore, and because he's sore, so they're he's gonna sit out another game for sure. I don't know. They keep on reevaluating him, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like,
let's take a guess. Let's pick a date when we think he's gonna come back. Let's just speculate.
I don't know. Chances look slim though. I don't know. I really don't know. You think
today's what, Thursday?
You think he's gonna come back? I think he'll come back with at least 7 games left in the season.
I'm guessing
after 4 more games.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was thinking he's probably gonna miss all of next week, and then whatever's the first game that following week, I'm guessing he'll play whenever that is. But anyways, yeah, and let's quickly talk about it. How does it look? Lakers look without Ingram. He's been there all season mostly. What do you?
I mean, I think these last 3 games would have had a different outcome with him in the game.
We're on a 4-game losing streak.
That's what I'm saying. I think we should be winning all of these games. I think if Ingram was playing, really.
Bummer.
I mean, we're definitely losing a lot of size, dude. We're losing that. Ingram can protect the paint. He's long. Dude, the Warriors. The Pelicans today scoring 80 points in the paint. I think that's a big factor. We're losing that length, and you're substituting it for a guy that's 5'10" or something like that. Come on, you're gonna be losing those that defense. But not just that. End of the game today, 3.5 minutes. Lakers, usually it's always Ingram running the play. He has it at the top. We were missing that.
Yeah.
We were missing that playmaking ability. Tonight for sure. Tonight is where we really missed them. That last 3.5 minutes where someone's got to make a play and someone's got to handle the ball.
Definitely.
Other than obviously his rebounding and scoring and defense, all that stuff, but we're missing that playmaking ability for sure.
Yeah. This Warriors game, everyone was injured. Kuzma was out, Ingram was out, Steph was out, Clay was out, Draymond was out. The Lakers starting lineup: Isaiah, Lonzo, Pope, Randall, Brook Lopez. I don't want to talk about this.
Really?
Yeah.
So Isaiah started today?
No, this is against the Warriors.
Oh, was it?
The Warriors
game. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah, it was the game.
Kuzma came off the bench. Okay.
No, Kuzma didn't play.
Oh yeah, Kuzma didn't play.
Kuzma didn't play. Ingram didn't play. Steph didn't play.
Steph and Clay didn't play.
Clay didn't play. Draymond didn't play. Only Durant. It was basically,
And it's just Swaggy P killed us.
Yeah, Swag and Durant was slicing us up.
Of course, Durant's gonna be Durant, but come on, they're not playing with 3 of their all-stars. Lakers. I'm not looking for excuses, but you were talking about an excuse to help you. That should be a game that they should win. Yeah, it's tough on the road, definitely. The Warriors are still a great team. You got reigning MVP and Kevin Durant on the other team. So, but yeah, no, it was close, and then I think they lost it in the 4th quarter, really.
Yeah, do you remember this? This is when a 30
I didn't watch the whole game.
At the end of the game, in a 30-second span, Randall picked up 3 fouls with 3 minutes left in the game.
Really?
And it looked like he was just he didn't he almost did 1 or 2 of them on purpose to get out. He was just so frustrated. It looked like.
Really?
Yeah, 3 fouls in 30 seconds at the end of the game, and then this was also a game where earlier Randall and IT got into a little.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Heat. Yeah, if you guys didn't see it.
So in all honesty, I have no idea what the story is behind that.
Yeah, no one knows. None of the details came out about what it was about, but
right.
I'm guessing it was just basketball stuff. I don't think it's anything personal. So I really don't think it's anything. I don't.
Hey, they were cool with it after. They both they talked it out. So it was it's just basketball for sure.
Yeah, but
definitely they have mutual respect for each other too. So
yeah, basically, Durant pretty much just sliced us up. The Warriors won by 11, 117, 106. There's a couple of things I do want to talk about in this game that were quick little things. Durant was guarding Lonzo a lot. Like he almost like seemed like he told the coach for the game, like, hey, like I just want to guard him or something. And yeah, I just noticed that was just one thing I noticed that was interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was guarding him like not just sporadically, he was on him like first at the beginning of the game and like in the third quarter.
I think Durant just want to get a feel like how good Lonzo is. Like
maybe
he recognizes like he's gonna be a good player. He just wants to get a feel for him. I don't know.
We'll see. Maybe. What else? Oh, two things. Like I said, the starting lineup was Isaiah and Zoe in the backcourt. I think this is awful. Like I think having Lonzo playing off guard is akin to having Brook Lopez telling him to go shoot threes as opposed to being inside. Like honestly, I think it's you have to take his whole body of work. This season he's shooting under like 35% from the field and like from three. Like so the way he plays, he's gonna be most effective with the ball in his hands. Like because it's also not just that they're both in together. It's like Isaiah's playing point guard all the time when they're in. Like
it's
Lonzo
funny, you always see Lonzo tossing the ball back
like ever.
Yeah,
like
he shouldn't be.
Like that's not Lonzo's game. Like that's not what he does.
He's taking the ball away from Lonzo. Like
that's like telling LeBron to play off ball or like telling Chris Paul. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like he can't shoot. That's one of the main reasons. Like
I remember there was a play. Like it was the funniest thing. Like this was a few weeks ago. I can't remember what game it was, but Lakers got the rebound. And Lonzo literally threw the ball backwards in a semi-transition fast break to Isaiah Thomas so he can push the break. Like, I don't know. That's a negative. Like, I don't think Lonzo
that
is
happens
best
all the time
in the open court. Like, Lonzo has to push it every time. Not, hang on, let me slow it down and give it to Isaiah at the top. Like, no, that should not be happening. Like, Lonzo has to push that every single time. That's how the team's going to be effective.
Yeah.
And it was the most eeriest, the weirdest looking thing when I saw him toss the ball backwards and I sent my transition. Like Lonzo should be just like pushing it himself. I don't know. It's the chemistry is not there. I don't think it's not gonna mash well. Like that's what I'm saying. I'll take Isaiah IT off from the bench if this guy has to play. But anyways, I'm going into the league again.
Just to get more into the basketball part of it, like logically, it doesn't make sense just from a logic perspective because we're talking about. You have someone who not only is at their best, their potential with the ball in their hands, but then also someone who, when the ball's not in their hands, like this guy, he can't shoot. Like, and now so if someone doesn't have the ball, that means, and they're a guard, they're gonna be out on the perimeter. Like that means you're expecting him to catch and shoot almost. Like why would you put someone who can't shoot in that position, but who's magical with the ball? Like that's like putting Ben Simmons as a two guard. Like the reason he always has a ball in his hands is because he can't shoot. Like they don't want him to catch the ball wide open on the wing.
Threes.
Yeah, I know. Like
but he knows it
because the ball's always he doesn't have to.
That's smart for him. Like he knows what he's effective at.
No, that's why he plays point guard 100% of the game because the ball's always like he's passing like no one's passing out to him to shoot because he's
exactly.
If you're gonna play guard specifically, that's the reason I'm saying this. He's the shooting guard. Like those guys, like they're meant in any offense, like be ready to just if they're open and catch and shoot. And like I'm sorry, he just can't. He will be able to shoot later. He just right now he can't shoot. Like he's shooting awful. Like okay,
I'd rather have IT catch and shoot. To be honest with you,
also that like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand the coaching of
Kuzma
it. Like,
catch and shoot.
Kuzma's
catch and shoot.
Amazing.
Something else.
Oh yeah, no. But Lonzo they said he's 7 for his last 47 threes. That's like under 15%.
Ouch.
And that's almost bad. 50 threes. That's
that guy could not hit water if he fell out of a boat.
Let's do a beautiful. We almost have one of these at least every podcast. A crazy, wacky lineup that Luke Walton comes up with, and in this was in the Warriors game, which we're about to close out.
Let's hear
the
it.
lineup in the second quarter: Isaiah, Caruso, Lonzo, Zubac,
Caruso,
Brook Lopez.
You have Caruso and Zubac in, and you got IT, who's super tiny. So you're losing on, and Brook Lopez. Wait, Zubac and Brook Lopez at the same time, and Caruso.
And Lonzo and Isaiah.
Dude, what? What is that? Are you serious?
I swear, dude.
That makes no sense to me. Like, okay, who's gonna space the floor perimeter? You want Lonzo and Caruso playing off of Isaiah. Like, come on, like you want 2 point guards playing off of like a shooting guard. It should be like the point guards. Like, oh my god, that makes no sense.
And then the lineup is you have 3 point guards and 2 centers. Like,
where's the balance? Like, you have to throw in a KCP or a fucking Randall or a Kuzma in there. Like, you gotta one of those guys got to be in there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Let's talk about Kuzma. Kuzma became. This is crazy. This is pretty crazy. I mean, whenever it's kind of these specific numbers, it's weird. But this one is real.
Hey,
this
that
one
Nuggets
is cool.
game, the game we were at.
Yeah,
dude, how well did Kuzma play that game?
Oh yeah,
dude?
he was.
This guy carried his back, literally.
Yeah.
This guy was hitting his left hand hook,
I think,
something like that. This dude, in the first half, he had 2. He couldn't make anything. He was bricking.
Yeah.
And in the second half, I think he did 26.
Yeah.
And it was just on fire. Yeah. Like, dude, just could not be stopped. Dude, right-handed, left-handed, like flip shots, like little runners in the lane, like hook shots. Dude, he has a really like a Kareem-like striding like hook shot. It's crazy. Like, he's almost running and does like a sky hook. It's weird. But
I've never seen any other NBA player do it. Like,
it's weird, but he's so effective at it too.
And he's made like at least 75% of them, I feel like, this season.
I think it's crazy. I felt like we've said this before too. It's crazy. He's, I don't know. He's definitely bounced back for sure. He's coming on strong. And he's knocking his catch. Even his like jump shot is really nice. Catch and shoot. But yeah, Kuzma, man, like every single game he's been showing up. He's like scoring 20 plus, right?
Yeah. Well, in the month of March so far, in these 10 games, he's averaging 17 and 9, and over 2 threes a game, shooting 47% from the field. But listen to this. This is crazy. Kuzma became the first rookie in NBA history with 1,000 points, 400 rebounds, and 133s in a season. Wow. First in NBA history with.
That's crazy.
That's saying a lot, man. That's
for sure. This guy's he's gonna be a freaking offensive machine. Like, he's gonna be such a lethal weapon. I'm telling you, dude. He's gonna be so good.
He's so good. I'm telling you, this guy is so good. Like,
dude,
I really think
just
he's
mixing him up. Oh, dude.
I think he's way better than what is happening the last 2-3 months. And I have a whole theory about that, but I think I'll save that for the last episode because it's my crazy, wacky Laker theory of the season, probably. Yeah, and other thing I'm thankful that Kuzma did, he passed D'Angelo Russell for the most threes made by a Laker rookie. Thank God. We just need to get everything D'Angelo Russell just deleted from like the Laker history. This fool is never going to be a part of it.
What's the quote you put on the page, right? It was about the one about defense? About D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, what did he say? He said that he felt like he had to score every single possession every time he was on the court for the Lakers to be relevant. That's why he didn't play defense.
Yeah.
He just basically admitted, like, I didn't play defense.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I had to score every single time.
Which we said since day one of his career. This fool didn't play Laker defense. I know I was saying that.
Finally he admitted it.
Yeah, I'm so glad that quote came out. Because it makes me feel, because I've been saying it since. I remember we went to his first ever NBA game, which was a preseason game. We went to that first preseason game
right around
against an Israeli team or something.
Yeah, I think. It was Maccabi Haifa.
Yeah, Maccabi. And I was like, I was shocked at how he just looked so slow. Like, how is this fool can't play a lick of D? Anyways, so yeah, thank you Kuzma for that, because D'Angelo Russell will never be a part of Laker lore or history. Like, he will turn into Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford type player. Is my
D'Angelo.
Yeah, but no, I mean whatever. Jeez, what were we? Oh, we were talking about Kuzma. Okay, let's talk about the Heat game real quick. I was at this game. It was so weird last week.
How was that?
I haven't been to a game. I haven't been to a game since I went with you. We went to we talked about the preseason game against the Jazz, and then all of a sudden last week I went to 3 NBA games. I went to the Laker Nuggets game, I went to the Laker Heat game, and then I went to the Clipper Blazers game. And dude, at that Clippers Blazers game, I was sitting close, dude. I was
no, I saw that.
I was like 10th row or something. It was sick.
Dude, Lillard was nice that game, dude.
Yeah. Dude,
that was an exciting game, wasn't it? Yeah.
Now the Blazers kind of pretty much killed them.
Okay.
This Heat game, man, was ugly, man. This game was so sloppy. The Lakers had 20 turnovers. Kuzma played in this game. He only missed the one game against the Warriors. And basically, I'm just going to jump to the end of the game.
Dude, Goran Dragic.
Dude, Dragic had 30 points. He was killing us. But, dude, I thought the coaching was very questionable at the end here. I'll bring it to the end. So Kuzma hit a huge 3 to give us a 1-point lead with a little over a minute left. And then score still up 1 with 20 seconds left. Oh, Randall missed just like this. It went in and out like this nice little hook. Like it really should have went in, but it rimmed out. So we were still up 1 with 15 seconds left, and Dragic drove and he made a little 8-foot.
That's a weird flip shot, lefty
flip
layup,
shot, which put the Heat up 1 with 15 seconds left. And then this is what pissed me off. We immediately, this is where the coaching has to, you have to be on top of what's happening. With 15 seconds left, we inbound the ball. Kuzma's just dribbling. He gets stuck at half court, and then we call a timeout with 7 seconds. We just wasted 8 seconds. We could have just called timeout and had a whole 15. Instead, we inbounded it to walk across half court and call a timeout. That wasted 8 seconds off the clock. Why? If you're gonna call a timeout anyways, then why didn't you just call it at the beginning? That didn't make any sense to me. And then,
Lakers have been really bad this season. Coming out with that go-ahead last second game-winning play, we haven't had much success this season.
So listen to this now.
In a game-winning situation.
Listen to this. So the last 5 minutes of the game up until this point, Isaiah Thomas wasn't in. He wasn't in at all in the crunch time. And there's 10 seconds left in the game now. And Luke puts him in.
And then he puts him in?
Yeah, he puts him in with 10 seconds left. He wasn't in the whole last 5 minutes of the game. He came out with 6.
He puts him in cold.
But no, this is what I didn't like. Because for some reason after the game, Luke Walton and everyone on the team said the play was drawn up for Randall. Okay, you tell me why then. If the play was drawn up for Randall, why would they have to sub Isaiah in for Pope? They took Pope out. It's not like they took.
Hey, Luke's done this before. I don't know what game it was, but we need to hit free throws. I remember Kuzma was on fire, and then Pope didn't play literally the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. He puts him in for the last possession to shoot 2 free throws, throw the inbounds, and then he looked nervous. I remember shooting the free throws, and he broke both the free throws. It was a close game. I don't remember. I think Lakers lost that game, but Kuzma was on fire. But anyways, the same thing. He puts in a guy cold. This is the second time he's done it. No one puts in a guy cold, no matter at the end of the game.
Yeah, and then Isaiah with 7 seconds left, he got the ball.
I don't even think we got a shot. He got stripped, right?
No, that was another game. He got a shot off. He missed it. He missed a shot, game. A step back. That was I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, he got a step back from about 11 feet out and missed.
Yeah, that's right.
But again, my thing is just
should have won that game. Should have, would have, could have.
Okay, I just don't tell me that if the play is drawn for Randall, then what was the substitution for?
They're trying to use Isaiah as a decoy.
Yeah, I thought it was some he's mid third, fourth quarter. Let's hit him. Yeah. Let's let him come do this. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know, but whatever. I don't want to that. And I was at the game. It was that pissed me off. I was that was annoying. We should have won that game. Let's just go ahead and talk about the next game, which was Indiana. This game was pretty boring for the most part. Did you see this game?
Part of it, barely. I just watched highlights. I didn't see it.
It was a fun, fast-paced game to start. We were up 25-19. We had 25 points with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. In the third quarter, Indiana just killed us. Kuzma had 27 and 8. Brolo 23 and 8.
Oladipo woke up.
Randall 21 and 9. Lonzo 4 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 for 4 field goals, and all those field goals were 3-pointers.
That's terrible.
In 37 minutes. Yeah, this was just another loss. Yeah, we're on a 4-game losing streak. So
it was.
Let's just look at these next few games, and then we'll call it a wrap. We play Memphis on Saturday. At Memphis Saturday. Dude, Memphis stinks.
Bro, they lost smashed by 61 points. That's 6-1.
That's terrible.
61 points. that has to definitely go on like the record book somewhere. Anyways, 140-79, I believe, is the final score.
The Grizzlies are in full tank mode. The Lakers
against
better
the Hornets.
win by
like the Hornets aren't even like
points. Like at least 15
a crazy
points.
team. Anyways,
Then we played Detroit Monday at Detroit. Ever since the Pistons got Blake Griffin, they've been stinking it up.
Yeah. I heard Reggie Jackson's supposed to come back, but anyways.
Reggie Jackson went to my alma mater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was that, BC?
BC.
Nice.
Yeah, we should win this. We should win this game against Detroit too. Like we should win both these games by at least 15 points each. Then we play Dallas at home on Wednesday.
Watch. Nowitzki's gonna go off. He's gonna have 30 points, and Lakers are gonna lose to a team that we should definitely beat. Like this story always happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like every Laker-Dallas game has been a good game this season, it seems like. Randall always gets pumped for these games because it's against his team. Apparently, a lot of people speculate the Mavericks are going to be willing to give Randall like as big a contract as he wants. Like, I've heard about that. Just FYI.
Yeah, you know Mark Cuban, he'll dish out the money for sure.
Yeah. Then we play the Greek Freak at home Friday. We should be able to win that game. Then we play at home Sunday against Sacramento. We should be able to win that game
too.
And then after that, there's only 6 games left in the season. Dude, how time flies, man. I don't know. When basketball season's not on, it feels like forever. And then when it's on, the season just flies, dude.
It's going to be gone, like, before you know it. Like, it felt like yesterday that I was looking forward to the season starting. I swear to God, it felt like yesterday.
Yeah.
You know.
And the summer is going to be so slow.
I mean, this playoff is going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the playoffs, dude. Oh, man, I'm so excited. I was thinking, do you think should we do a playoff podcast? I'd be down, dude. Like, just do a one only podcast on this playoffs this year. Like, just do our predictions, dude. I'm down. I'm so intrigued this year by the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, the Rockets. I'm sorry, but the Rockets are playing crazy good ball right now.
Yeah.
I mean, James Harden definitely looks better than last season.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
He definitely looks better than last season, and but again, he kind of like faded away those last 2 games against San Antonio last season. So hopefully mentally he doesn't do that. He's got Chris Paul with him. You told me, yeah, he's definitely got Chris Paul with him. And you know, everyone knows what he can do. But Portland looks good too. They had a good game the other night, but Portland looks good too. Damian Lillard, you can't count him out. And CJ McCollum, like, they really look good. And who's their center? Who did they get from Nurkic? He's definitely added a third dimension to them. So
yeah,
it's gonna be exciting.
The only thing I'll say about the Rockets is we've seen James Harden and Mike D'Antoni be regular season superstars before, but they both in the playoffs are known for
botching it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited.
I don't think they're gonna beat the Warriors, to be honest with you.
I can't see them beating the Warriors.
I just
if
don't
the Warriors
see
are healthy,
I think the Warriors are healthy.
Dude, every Warrior's out right now. I'm sure they did this stuff on purpose.
They're just resting them. Everyone knows that. Come on,
they
Clay,
all just perfect timing, get injured
Curry,
at the same time.
Curry did roll his ankle, but still, even if he was able to come back, he's not gonna come back until 2 games before the playoffs starts. Probably even 1 game. Who knows? Probably play the game 2 games in, sit out the last game, and then be fresh for the playoffs. So, I mean, the Warriors are fine. They're resting their guys. I think there's just Curry, Durant, and Thompson are just gonna be too much to handle for any of the teams, including Houston. Man, East looks interesting. What do you think about LeBron? You think he's gonna make a run or what?
Yeah, I think getting Kevin Love back puts them on top of the East. I mean, yeah. I mean, and I love that LeBron showed up the Raptors yesterday. That was a huge win for them. I mean, that was huge because the Raptors are feeling so good right now about themselves and being first place and the Cavs struggling. But LeBron sent a message yesterday. I can do this. I don't need. If I want to, I can destroy you.
Baby dinosaur. Hey, you know what's funny is really funny. Jordan Clarkson said a funny quote saying that he believed that humans were once giants and that they had dinosaurs as pets.
Yeah.
And I was some funny, interesting quote. But then I didn't know. I didn't think about it as the Toronto Raptors as him referring to the baby dinosaurs. Like, he's referring to the baby dinosaurs as the Toronto Raptors.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's
really?
what it was.
I didn't think about that either.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, and then they beat him the next game, and there was another quote on that. That's how I figured it, because I didn't think
From
about
Clarkson?
it either. Yeah, from Clarkson, or someone said about that quote on Clarkson, but yeah, no, they definitely made them their pets. That's for sure. Like his quote was probably true. Like the Cavaliers were giants, and you know we've all seen Kyle Lowry choke in the playoffs. Like this is multiple years in a row. Like, so I mean, even DeRozan sometimes he'll show up and have a game like 20, 25, but like Kyle Lowry is like I don't know.
He's been worse. He was worse.
Yeah.
All right, Laker fans. Well,
Drake's
that
gonna be crying.
about does it for this podcast. If you're not, follow us on Instagram at GTLA Lakers 818.
818.
Valley. And if you're from the Valley, if you live in the Valley, hit me up on the page. Say what's up.
Represent from the West Hills all the way to Burbank.
Yeah. All right. Take care. Until the next podcast. Lakers go 6-0 on this next trip. Oh, shout out to the artist that made this beat. The artist's name is Fleslet.